Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Seinarukana with me, Phantom Zwei. So it's kind of funny. It's only been literally like 10 minutes since I actually stopped recording the last episode. My next try to fight Ed Khalifa went perfectly, and all it took was me understanding, looking back and understanding a few key things. Okay, so the reason, and in the heat of the moment I didn't realize this, but the reason that our Icicle Arrow Alpha was not working the way I wanted was because Et Khalifa's Hit All Red ability is a Dispel All setup skills move. So therefore we can't do it. Alright? So that being the case, we're not going to worry about that anymore. Icicle Arrow 1 though, we are going to put on Reptuna. I actually just tried this strategy. Barely survived, but it is a quick fight, and if it goes the same way it did last time, this should work. I closed the game immediately upon defeating Et Khalifa, though, so I don't know what happens. But we want this. We're gonna leave. It honestly doesn't matter what we put on Reptuna in terms of her attack and defense for the strategy that I'm going to use here. As for Nozomu, Jewel Edge 1, which honestly, it might not even make a difference what we're using with him here either. In fact, it's possible Namebreaker is actually a better idea, but what I just did it with was Jewel Edge 2, so I'm going to leave it here. I haven't tested it to see if they're, if I can, refine the strategy at all, but this is just, hey, this works. So we're not even going to worry about his support skill either, because I didn't use that. Though actually, I should have. I should have used Holy last time, so we're going to switch it up enough to at least use Holy this time, I think. In fact, we're definitely going to do that. Because I can only see that working out for the better. I could be wrong. We'll find out. Okay, so for Seinarukana, and this is the most important part. I was freaking out because it's like, nullify all damage! Well, obviously it's nullify all damage because it's a protection ability, which I haven't paid that much attention to, honestly, throughout the game, because it was never really that relevant until now. And that is what freaking penetration abilities are for. So therefore, I should have, after we at least understood through the first round of the last battle, after the 20 turns, I should have known to switch her to Flabellum too. Because then, her penetrate is going to hit through the protection with this 1,110 damage, and do some terrible things to Ed Khalifa. We are going to keep her on Aura Photon Barrier. Biorhythm, I didn't use it last time, but, switch it there just because. And, yeah, this should work out. This should work. Okay, so the idea here is whenever she's using Light of Genesis, which is her nullify all damage ability, her protection ability, we are using Flabellum 2 for ridiculous damage against her. What I did last time was have Nozomu here and Reptuna using Icicle Arrow 1, basically just over and over, because it's not going to be banished, since it's a setup ability, and basically that was in preparation for her using her, her heal skill. This right here, because that's what, we were screwed last time regardless, let's be honest. But when she healed herself, there was, all hope was lost. She healed 25% of her HP. But this is only a level 6 skill, so we can banish it with Icicle Arrow 1. We're not going to do that to start, though. Reptuna's going to take some mean damage here in the first round, but that's okay, because last time, honestly, Nozomu absorbed basically all of the damage. So for one round, we're going to have Reptuna basically just tank it. She'll be okay. Should be okay. And instead, we're going to buff ourselves up with Holy, which I didn't do last time, so this might actually be even a bit quicker than before. Let's find out. Alright, so, engage. This should only last like 5 rounds. This is going to be real quick this way. Okay, wow, yeah, 5,000 damage. Tuna gets hit really hard, but that is just fine. From here on out, whenever they're using Shadow of Genesis, which basically means that she's going to be using her Hit All ability that dispels setups abilities, Cry of the Stars, whenever she's using that, I want to have Seinarukana in the defender role, just because she's going to defend most of the damage. Reptuna will get hit for a little bit, but otherwise it's not a problem. Obviously, Icicle Arrow 1, Icicle Arrow 1 will be ruined by that ability that she's going to use. The setup will just disappear. But that's okay, because basically we just don't have anything better to do with Reptuna, so having her down here and not actually getting damaged by being banished is enough. So, let's engage. Oh wow, yeah, Nozomu does actually more damage with the Holy buff. Before, he was doing, like, 200, 300 damage, something like that. It barely moved her meter. But he's actually doing something that's worth looking at now. So now we're going to switch back to Flabellum this round. Nozomu is now going to be our tank for whenever, the round when she's not using Cry of the Stars, basically. And Reptuna is going to stay down here, basically indefinitely, using her Icicle Arrow 1. We're just going to swap back and forth between these two, and we should find victory that way. And shine. Okay, so this next round, I'm not sure if she's going to use her heal or not. I'm not sure what percentage of health she decides to use that. It worked out last time. Hopefully using my Holy didn't throw things off, and this still works out. But now let's swap out to Seinarukana in the defensive role. Oh crap, okay, that did throw it off. Well, you know what happened there? It was because it was on the round when she used Cry of the Stars, so Icicle Arrow 1 was not up, because Cry of the Stars hit Reptuna and nullified it. So actually, this may have been a mistake, because it threw off the rhythm of the turns, which I had last time, so she actually healed for a ton of HP, which didn't happen last time. I was able to just banish her when she used that last time. So, Holy is not always necessarily the right call. Oh, she used Cry of the Stars again. That's different. Didn't expect that. She can use Light Genesis again? It looks like she will. Nozomu is in trouble at this point. We did banish, though. So this is going to work, I think. Yeah, we got her. And we win! Okay, victory. Obviously, we, cut it kind of close, but we got it. Yeah. Just set it up, Reptuna, just in case. Alright, let's see if that's the end. I really hope it is. She was tough, man. The winner is decided. Et Khalifa has run out of power. Can't block my sword anymore. I raise Aurora, taking aim at the creator's body. This is the end. I swing my sword straight down. The moment seems to go by in slow motion. Everything we've been through, all of our memories, our long journey. Now this, the moment where it all comes to an end. I will end this fight here and now, and cut open a new destiny. It was anything but an easy battle. Time and time again, felt like all was lost. But I was helped through it all. The friends who helped me overcome every hardship have given me inexhaustible strength. That's why I don't hesitate. My blade cut straight through Et Khalifa. She screams as her body is sliced in half, shaking the still air of the root. She quickly turns pale and fades like fog, scattering in space. We did it! Now, our battle's over. It's finally over, guys. I think it's finally finished. The only question remaining is Yaga. Is Yaga going to return? Or is that a setup for a future Eternity Swords game.
我らは時間樹の創造神を倒したのだな。今この時より自分たちで道を切り開いて進まなくてはならぬのだ。茨の道だとしても。さあ望む、時間がない。世界崩壊の前に修正を始めよう。
Narukana MVP. How appropriate. Little bonus mana. There's another dimension quake.
また揺れが強くなってきたよ。もう時間樹はかなりの損害を受けておる。一刻も早く初期化を止めて修正するのじゃ。お願いします、望む。創造神に打ち勝った私たちの仲間として。
Yeah, leave it to me.
エトカリファの座に立ち、疑念を送り込め。今お前は創造神と同等の地位にいる。あまたの命を、そして世界を救う意志を持っていれば、おのずとその疑念が全ての分子世界に注ぎ込まれるだろ
う。Got it. I can do this. The center of the root glows. It's essentially the core of the entire time tree. I look at all of my friends watching me, and then hold up Aurora.
そばにいるだけで鳥肌が立つな。望む、気をしっかり持つのだぞ。時間樹すべての情報だものね。頑張って。
Yeah, you guys too. Excuse me, don't stop believing. We will make it back alive.
やるべきことはちゃんと覚えてる?
Yeah, stop the world from resetting. Erase the rule forcing gods to reincarnate. Rebuild the worlds that have already started falling apart.
この世界を守りたいという思いは皆同じですよ。そなたの力は分子世界で待っている皆の意志に支えられておるのじゃぞ。それを夢忘れるな。僕らもついてる。絶対に大丈夫だからね。
My friends, my comrades, they've entrusted me with their hopes and dreams. That knowledge gives me limitless strength, strength the Creator could never hope to match. I stab Aurora into the ground, as if to seal our victory. Pain instantly courses through me, the light an inferno inside my skin. Every corner of every blood vessel has fire racing through it. The agony is so intense that I nearly fall to my knees. Et Karifa left one last order behind. Nothing is to be allowed to survive without her. Command for everything to rot away once she's gone. That's the future given to the time tree. The destiny she left bears its fangs at me, but I don't let it stop me. I have to stop the world from collapsing. I can't let her get in the way of everyone who's struggling to live. Everyone's fighting to live. Every tiny, little life in this world is trying to live. Not even the Creator has the right to go against that. We're going to live. We don't need the destiny or the names that she gave to us. I just need my own name. That's all anybody needs. I carve it into my soul, by my own will. Light erupts. And thus an era comes to an end. No longer will the time tree be a prison, ruled by a god with an iron fist. My words have shattered that law. Nothing of it remains. The world is free. The time tree begins to tick away. New era. Next is rebuilding. I have to protect everyone's homes. I need to heal the injured leaves and branches of the time tree. I thought that was a typo for a second. I was like, wait, what? I summon an image of our world in my head and send it through my eternity sword. But just then, the ground lurches underneath me, The reset should have been stopped, and the branch world shouldn't be collapsing anymore. But contrary to my expectations, the root is still shaking violently. It can't take any more, and is on the brink of destruction. That fact cannot be denied.
ちょっとこれ本当に大丈夫なの？
まずいな。予想以上に原初のダメージが激しい。再構築をしても私たちの体でこの場所の余波に耐えられるかどうか。
時間樹全域に情報を行き渡らせるなら、基盤となるこの場所が耐えきれずに崩壊する可能性もあります。やるならば賭けとなりますね。
Then, doesn't only one person need to stay here and rebuild?
でももうモノベイは飛べないよ。逃げようにも場所がないんじゃ。
万事休すか。
Just then, a dazzling corridor of light appears. Is that the elemental corridor? Yeah, it definitely is. It looks just like it did back in the elemental world.
精霊たちが助けてくれるんだ。
She shouts happily, but the shaking of the root drowns her out. The whole thing is coming apart at the seams. Everything is being rebuilt as we speak. But if we use the elemental corridor, we'll be able to escape instantly. Everybody, into the elemental corridor!
のぞむちゃんは？
I have to fix the world. There's no time. Everyone, hurry! That's right. I'm the one who took Etsarifa's power. I'm the one who has to do this. I have to see it to the very end.
ダメだよ。脱出するならみんな一緒に。
This is my job, Satsuki. As they're wrapped in the light of the elemental corridor, I engrave the faces of my friends into my eyes, as I might never see them again. We traveled together, fought together. That's why I want them to live on in the new world that's about to begin. I don't want them to be in danger ever again. They all know how I feel, but at the same time, none of them leave. Maybe they can't.
嫌だよ。
Raptuna makes the first move.
僕は嫌だ。
Raptuna!
僕も望むと一緒に残る。
What are you saying? We're out of time! If you stay, you're going to die! And doesn't your world need you? If you stay here, you'll never be able to go back!
いいよ、それでも望むと一緒にいられないなら僕は戻らなくてもいい。
The elementals care about you. Don't waste the chance they're giving you, Raptuna.
僕だけじゃない。みんな望む一人を残したくないんだ。ねえ、そうなんだろみんな。うん、そうだね。だってみんなでここまで来たんだもの。望むちゃんだけを置いてくなんてできないよ。私も同じ思いです。
まあカッコつけるのが望むだけだってのは尺に触るよな。
And what are you going to do? The world's collapsing around us. If you don't leave now, you might not make it in time. And even if the collapse stops, people can't live in a destroyed world. Someone has to rebuild it. I defeated Etsarifa. I have to do it.
望む一人が犠牲になっちゃ意味ないんだ。望むのいない世界なんて意味ないよ。
I'm the one who did this to the world.
それは望むだけのせいじゃない。
少なくともここにいるみんなに責任がある。それは確かなことだな。
Then what are you telling me that you're going to do? Stay here and all of you die? None of them say anything. The answer is obvious. I need to stay, and they...
思うんだけど。
Surprisingly, Narukana's the one who speaks. Completely casually, like always, too. Just how full of herself is she? And then, she stuns me speechless with what she says next.
どうしても世界を再構築しなきゃダメかな。
Huh?
だって崩壊さえ止めればあとはなんとかなりそうな気がしない？壊れかけちゃってても れたわけじゃないんだしさ。
Really?
確かに無理に修正せずとも全てが必然だと思えばそれで済む話ではあるな。
You too?
サレスやナルカナの言う通りだよ。あとは生き残ったみんなが世界を支えていけばいい。誰か一人が犠牲になって成り立つ世界なんて絶対に間違ってる。
Yeah. Maybe she's right. We've stopped the world from collapsing. Maybe now, all that we need is for everyone who lives in it to help put it back together. The low roar of the dimensional quakes is starting to fade, but the root is still falling apart. It can't be stopped from being destroyed any longer. There's no time left. What should I do? Should I listen to Reptuna, or stay here and try to fix the world? The look in her eyes speaks more to me than any words. I want to be with her. I want to go home with everyone. I don't want to lose anybody anymore. The look in her eyes makes up my mind. Yeah, let's all go home together. We're escaping.
ではみんな急いで精霊回廊に。
Everyone rushes into the elemental corridor. Reptuna clutches my hand tight, worrying that I might change my mind at the last second. Everyone's glaring hard at me. They don't need to worry. I'm not going to do that. The root's falling apart. In seconds, there won't be anything left. Yeah, let's go! I jump in the escape route that the elementals gave us, holding Reptuna's hand. I open my eyes. The first thing I see is green. A sea of green. A green forest stretching out as far as I can see. I can't sense any life in the forest. Where am I? Reptuna's smiling right in front of me, and behind her is a huge tree. Before, the trees here appeared to be supporting the world, but now there's huge areas that are decayed and dying. Nothing living could be there. This is your world? Everyone? Oh yeah, how's everybody else? She points a little ways away. Everyone else apparently woke up before me. They're all chatting with each other. And past them in the distance is the familiar and huge form of Monobe. Apparently she made it back through the elemental corridor with us. So everyone's safe then? I start to get up, breathing a sigh of relief. Let's head back to Monobe for now. Yay! Go team! After that, we headed up to the school's roof so we could take a look at the world situation. It's easy to see the damage caused by the dimensional quakes and the lack of mana. I do the right thing? If I'd rebuilt the world, it wouldn't be like this. Tuna. Oops. I cut her off. The rest of the brigade starts gathering around us, drawn by Reptuna's yelling. Everybody nods with her words, myself included. I'm excited by what she says, actually.
もう全部型がついて、私もフラフラっと遊びに行こうかなとか思ってたけど、なんだか面白そうだからもうちょっと付き合ってもいいよ。
旅団は目的を果たし、本日これをもって解散するつもりだったのだがな。
でもまだ私たちにはやることがあります。
ああ、できる力を持ったやつが
頑張らないとな。
みんなで頑張ろうよ。
Yeah, she's right. I feel like we still got a lot to do here.
でしょ望むなら分かってくれると思ってたんだ。
She smiles from ear to ear. As she does, she clings to my arm. Nice. Then she points off into the distance and declares at the top of her lungs.
さあ行こうよ。世界を守る旅の始まりだよ。これからもみんな一緒なのは嬉しいけど。嬉しいけど？なんでのぞむちゃんにあんなにくっついてるかな？
I should think that would be rather obvious by now, Nozomi.
そうね。納得いかない。やっぱりこれからずっとルプトナに振り回されるんじゃのぞむちゃんがかわいそう。私たちがしっかり見張ってないとね。
バカバカしい。
Alright, what's the plan now?
写しの世界に置いてきたみんなを回収しよう。それから先はのぞむが考えて。
Monobe floats up into the sky. Yeah, our new journey's just begun. And at long last, my friends, I imagine that is Seinarukana. And, you know, I may have to mute this just so it doesn't get flagged on YouTube. I guess I'll see, because I don't want to have this video flagged. So, you know, if the video ends quickly here, I'm just going to kind of talk over the song so that if it is going to get flagged, it's not something that's going to happen. And, you know, if I have to, we're going to get the outro out of the way here. So, if this song is going to, unfortunately, get in the way and cause problems for the video, then thank you guys very much for joining me throughout this entire Let's Play. It's been enormous. I think this is episode 125, actually. It might be 126, but we'll see. It's been an enormous Let's Play. This game is hugely long. If you're interested in the game and you don't own it already, do I think this is worth your time and money? If you enjoy the strategy combat, then I absolutely do think so. Because not just is the time to cash ratio of this game enormous, and I like all this fan art, by the way, but also just, it's a lot of fun, and the game is legitimately challenging a lot of times, which I feel like this game is considerably harder than Asalia the Eternal. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like the new mechanics and the way that the you know, defensive and offensive system works, and also just that, among, you know, other things, there's just a lot more mechanics in the way that you know, abilities behave and such. I feel like there's just a lot to it. I do feel like the game, it had its slow points. I feel like it had a good ending though, and, you know, while it was a slow start, I feel like the beginning of it, the middle is pretty slow. I feel like the parts leading up to the end are kind of slow, but I feel like the end itself was actually pretty good. I do feel like maybe Ed Khalifa could have had a little bit more development, and it was a little stereotypically, har, I am the ruler of this universe, you know, almost just pure evil. You know, if they could have given a little more depth to the creator of this world, the Time Tree. But overall, I think that the game it's really good. I think it's a lot of fun, especially as someone who is a sucker for visual novels, who is a sucker for, you know, kind of, not hardcore strategy RPG stuff, but I enjoy a good strategy RPG now and then, and I feel like this is a fantastic blending of those elements. So, again, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Now, if the video is still going and the song is not probably going to flag the video, then I don't have to worry about editing it, and that's fantastic. And it means that we can just kind of shoot the breeze here for a little bit while this plays on. Let's see. So, I am instantly interested to go back and play the game more. And I am glad to kind of be able to do without, necessarily recording it. Not because I dislike recording, obviously. I've done the YouTube thing for years and years now. Though off and on, admittedly. You guys know that better than anybody. But, you gotta be kind of in the right mood, I feel like, to play along and do a long Let's Play like this. Continuing it on and on every time. But I'm also really glad that I did play through the game this way, because it kept me... Every time I played it, it was a conscious decision of, I really want to play this game. I'm gonna get really engaged in what's happening, blah, blah, blah. So, I really like that. And, man, they have a lot of unique art here. That's awesome. No matter what, we're friends forever. I wonder if this is fan art, or this is just official art that they, plugged into the credits. At first I thought it was just a bunch of fan art, but I don't know. Summer at the beach. A little too relaxed. Looks like Satoki has his hands full. Maybe we should buzz off. But yeah, what did you guys think of the game now that the Let's Play has concluded? I would like to hear from you guys in the comments. Friendship, hard work, victory! This is what it means to be young. Is that a fact? Didn't realize that everyone when they were young went on a, world-saving journey, but maybe I just missed out. Alright, let's see what we follow up with here. Okay, we do get an epilogue. I'm excited. They plunder mercilessly. A small, peaceful village nestled in the mountains is under attack from greedy bandits. This is a common story across the branch worlds. No matter how virtuous a life people lead, they have no power. The violent will take everything from them. There is no help, no salvation.
ちんけな村だが食い物と女には不自由しなさそうだなおい。村から出て行ってください。こんなことをするときっと罰が当たります。
Small girl summons up her courage and shouts at them.
罰だってよ。当てれるもんなら当ててもらおうじゃねえか。なあみんな。
The bandits all roar with laughter. His laughing is interrupted by a wash basin that appears out of thin air above him and lands squarely on his head. He collapses unconscious without another sound.
この世に僕らがいる限り、悪の栄える通りなし。
She attacked him with a wash basin. There's another story told across the branch worlds. No matter how virtuous a life people lead, they have no power. The violent will take everything from them. There is no help, no salvation. Till now.
悪をくじき、善を助ける。正義の旅団参上。
The Justice Brigade. Oh, I'm down. Reptuna announces herself loudly. Really glad that she didn't call herself Red something or other this time. This is fantastic. I love it. Katima's surprisingly getting carried away too. Well, I guess knights are probably supposed to announce their presence. You got it, Reptuna.
ナーヤに賛成。恥ずかしいよ。もうダメだな。サツキを見てごらんよ。
Reptuna points up at Satsuki, who's striking a valiant pose on a roof.
さあ、9人とも。この高貴な輝きを恐れるのなら、かかってらっしゃい。
There may be something even more wrong with her. They all charge into the crowd of dumbfounded bandits. It's a bloodbath. There's really no other way to put it. There's nothing left to say but express my condolences for the bandits. Soon, they're running for their lives in open panic.
まるっきり正義の味方だな。
旅団の前に正義のって枕言葉がついてるし、いいんじゃないですか、こういうのも。
Well, what matters is that we're helping people, right? Those of us hanging back from the battle watch on with a mix of winces and smiles. This is our exciting new life. Well, Raptuna seems like she's having fun, so I can't really complain.
さあさあ、かかっておいで。このルプトナが悪を懲らしめてやるんだから。
お助け
What an ending! Alright. What else could you expect, though, considering that, that we ended up going the Raptuna path, I suppose. And obviously, I am gonna save the game here. I suppose I'll save this down. You know, it's either gonna be the top or the bottom. Save it up at the top. Alright. So, guys, that concludes Seinarukana Spirit of the Eternity Sword 2. A lot of fun, again. The Let's Play was awesome, and I think, yeah, in fact, I'm sure this is the biggest Let's Play that I've ever done on my channel. So, you know, that is a novel thing in itself. And, man, this game is just huge. And that is only one route. Mind you, of course, you know, I assume that most of the content will be the same going through the other paths, but I am eager to see it. I'm not going to continue the Let's Play, though. Not only would that take even longer, but more importantly, I feel like that on a game like this, a lot of the value hinges, you know, not just on the battles, but, you know, in the different paths and stuff. And when I do Let's Play, you know, games like this that have multiple routes, I generally like to do just one path, so that it's kind of like there's more left for you to uncover if you watch this and you're like, hey, this game seems cool. It seems like my thing. So, you know, in that case, if you do like what you see, I do like to encourage you to go out and support this game. Support, you know, games that you find on this channel that that seem like your thing. And Seinarukana is definitely a game that I do recommend if you are a fan of, you know, strategy combat. You definitely have to be into that. But also you know, a sort of grand adventure visual novel. I feel like it encapsulates that pretty well. And I like this a lot about Asalia as well. The fact that when the game is over, it isn't just like you know, it is kind of like a happily ever after, but it's also like the adventures continue. They continue not just for the characters, but it's a grander universe where, and, you know, this is obvious considering that, you know, there is a new Asalia website for it, apparently an Asalia 3 game. But, you know, more adventures exist to be told in this universe, and I am a huge fan of this universe. I feel like it's an incredibly intriguing idea with Eternals and gods reincarnating and stuff. I love that. So, yeah, I've said my piece on this more than once, though, so I'm going to end it there. Again, thank you guys very much for watching and sticking with me, and I will see you guys in another series.